What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to talk about wide receiver Mack Hollins. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for your continued support. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about wide receiver Mack Hollins and why Mack Hollins is better than a lot of fans realize. Mack Hollins was a free agent wide receiver that we brought in this offseason. He played last season with the Las Vegas Raiders. He goes about 6'4", 220 pounds, but I really think that he's one of those guys that's better than a lot of people think. He isn't a household name around the NFL, meaning the casual fan wouldn't know who Mack Hollins is, but I really think that he has a chance to come in and have a similar impact to a Mohamed Sanu, who joined our Atlanta Falcons in 2016, right before the year that we actually went to the Super Bowl. Mohamed Sanu, if you guys remember, started his career with the Cincinnati Bengals, and I believe he played his first 4 or 5 seasons with the Cincinnati Bengals. He was drafted out of Rutgers by the Cincinnati Bengals, and he really never really panned out with the Cincinnati Bengals. He didn't have many seasons. I believe his best season with the Bengals was like 500 yards or 600 yards receiving. And I really think that him, Mohamed Sanu and Mack Hollins, their games are very similar. And I really feel like Mohamed Sanu in 2016 was that guy who did all of the dirty work. He was a perfect number 2 or complementary piece to Julio Jones, who was our number 1 receiver at the time. And I really feel like Mack Hollins has a chance to possibly be a great number 2 receiver next to a Drake London. I really think that he will complement Drake London really well. I do believe that Mack Hollins is one of those guys going to be able to do the dirty work. He is going to be the guy that's going to come in and be that glue guy, similar to Mohamed Sanu, a guy who's going to make big plays down the field for us. He also will be a guy on third downs who's going to be able to help us move the chains on third downs because he understands zone defenses. He understands how to sit down in the zone. And he's one of those guys that's a very smart player. He is a playmaker as well. And he's a very good special teams player. So I really think that Mack Hollins, being that he's a big physical wide receiver, a guy similar to Mohamed Sanu who likes to block defenders and things of that nature, a guy who isn't afraid to do the dirty work, isn't afraid to go across the middle and make tough catches, and is a guy that's pretty sure-handed when you throw him the ball. Because of his size, he does a great job of sealing off defenders. And I really feel like Mack Hollins is a little bit better of a deep threat than a Mohamed Sanu. Mohamed Sanu was a guy who would catch the ball maybe 15 yards down the field at best, where Mack Hollins is a guy who actually can take the top off the defense. He's a little bit faster than the Mohamed Sanu. So I really think that Mack Hollins is going under the radar, and he's a little bit better than a lot of people realize. I've heard a lot of fans, wanting us to bring in a number 2 wide receiver, but I really think Mack Hollins definitely can live up to the billing of being that number 2 wide receiver on this roster. I could see him being a guy that can get you anywhere from 600 to 900 yards receiving in a season. And I really think this year with the Atlanta Falcons, because we're loaded as far as pass catchers and things of that nature, I can see Mack Hollins getting north of 500 yards or 600 yards receiving, which will be more than enough for this Atlanta Falcons team based upon the weapons that we have. But I really think that he's better than a lot of people are giving him credit for. And if you go check out some of his tape on YouTube, some of his highlights and things of that nature, a couple things you're going to pick up on is he's a guy that's really good at moving the chains. He's a guy that's good run after catch. And he's a guy that's a pretty good route runner for his size, but he's very good at adjusting to the football and making great, spectacular catches as far as he has great balance. So I definitely suggest you guys go check out Mack Hollins. some of his highlights and things of that nature. But I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised that he's one of those guys that actually is better than a lot of people are giving him credit for. And I really think that he's going to be a guy similar to Mohamed Sanu when he came in with our Atlanta Falcons in 2016 and pretty much, took the league by storm. A lot of people, in Atlanta, including me, I really didn't know what Mohamed Sanu was going to be able to bring to the table because at the time we did let go of Roddy White, who clashed heads with Kyle Shanahan, who was our offensive coordinator at the time. And that next season, they released Roddy White, and then they signed Mohamed Sanu. So at that time, I really didn't know what Mohamed Sanu could bring to the table. But I was pleasantly surprised that Mohamed Sanu turned out to be a fan favorite. He turned out to be one of those guys that was a perfect fit and one of the linchpins on that Atlanta Falcons team 2016 through 2018. So with that being said, you guys let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of Mack Hollins. Like I said, I definitely think he's one of those guys that's going to have a decent role with the Atlanta Falcons this year and definitely could be one of those players that steps up for this Atlanta Falcons team. But with that being said, this been your boy Jew. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed, peace.